you tell us what life was like before COVID? What were you doing in your everyday?
Oh, lots of different food shopping, going out, socialising, on buses, quite busy
You were leading a busy life.
because I was coming to speak out, wasn't I, as well. And coming home, doing different things at home.
And how did you feel when you first started to hear about COVID? Can you remember?
Yes. I previously all my tests were negative, and then one where you put it up there that was positive. I was having breathing problems and was sent to the Royal Sussex.
The Royal Sussex County Hospital.
Yes. And then after the weekend, I was told to come home. I wasn't well. I had to go back to the Royal Sussex. The second time I was transferred to Hayward Heath. Came back again, wasn't well. Had to go back to the Royal Sussex. And then I saw 3 different doctors. The first one was over my first weekend in the hospital. He said I could come home because they did some tests which were negative. I was already bringing up mucus, and I saw a lady doctor. She wanted me to stay to do some tests. The test didn't happen. I went to another ward, saw another doctor who sent me home. I've had mucus a long time, but I am getting over it.
What was it like when you were in hospital, Ian? Were you there on your own?
I was on there on my own. The only person that came up to see me was my key worker here. The nurses were absolutely super. The lady doctor that I saw completely confused me. I didn't know what to do because all the tests were negative at that particular time. This lady doctor said that she wanted to do some tests between 24 and 48 hours. She didn't do the test, and I was sent home.
So very confusing. And you must have felt, you must have felt very unwell if you had to go back to hospital
Yes.
the second and third time.
Yes. Yeah, I had it.
Yeah.
But what I cannot understand is the first weekend away, they sent me home. And that lady, doctor, totally confused. And then the third doctor saying, I can go home.
Do you feel that you're still recovering from that experience in hospital?
Yes.
And what are your symptoms now? Is it to do with your well-being, anxiety, or is it physical, or is it a mixture of both?
It's a mixture of both because I'm having inhalers. I'm taking the tablets. The mucus is still ongoing, but it's not as bad as what it has been. And there's absolutely nothing I can do. I met up with Emma here, and I told her what had been going on.
And how do you feel in terms of your well-being?
I'm coping, but I've still got that confusion there.
Does it play on your mind, not knowing what those tests were for, why they sent you home?
Yeah, exactly.
Did your life change during the lockdowns?
Yes, I was at home all the time, doing different things.
What kind of things did you do?
Well, I watched my Sky TV, I was reading, writing, resting, obviously.
But a very big contrast to what your life was like before,
Yes.
to what it became.
Yes.
Because you had been so active and so busy.
Yes.
Was there anything that you really missed during the lockdowns? What did you really miss?
I missed going out. I miss, obviously, speak out. Miss the staff. I just basically couldn't go out at all.
And what kind of helped you to get through? We found that a lot of people have been quite remarkable in the ways that they've found to get through this really difficult time. Is there anything for you that stands out as being something that really helped you to get through it?
Speaking to staff, I think, really helps.
About anything in particular, or just how?
Just COVID.
About COVID.
And I didn't realise that I had long COVID.
And have you been diagnosed with that now? You have long COVID because it's affected your breathing?
Yes.
Okay. And so that you're saying that the staff are the people that helped you get through, and they helped by talking to you about what was going on?
Well, it was all the staff.
Yeah.
Not just my key worker.
Yeah. Did you start to do anything new? Did you learn anything new during that time?
No, I kept by the rules by using a mask.
Yeah.
Until it became exempt.
Yeah. But did you learn any new skills? Did you take up any hobbies that you hadn't done before, or do things that you might not have done?
I wish I had, but I didn't.
So how did you feel when the lockdown eased and you could start going out a bit again?
I was really excited.
Can you describe it? Can you remember what it was like?
Yes. I sing at the Royal Albert Hall. I couldn't go last year because of the So that was very, very disappointing. But I'm hoping to go this year, and I've got Handel's Messiah in my bedroom. So I practice through that. And then hopefully on the 13th of November, I will be going to the
So it's something to look forward to. And also I'm guessing that singing is good for your long COVID because it's using your lungs and helping with your breathing.
There are certain high notes that you have to learn, and you have to make sure your voice is in good condition.
What's life like for you now? Has it got back to normal?
I would say it has.
What about your everyday life, being able to go out and about and do things? Has
Oh,
that got back?
it's so lovely. It's so. I do my own food shopping. I write out the shopping list. Really exciting.
Good, good. So you feel that you're getting back into the things that you used to do?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you got your energy back?
Not quite, but almost.
Is there anything that's got better for you because of COVID?
No. Personally myself, I wish we hadn't got COVID.
Had a big impact on your health and your life.
Yeah. On bus drivers and everything's had to close down. Speak out, you name it, charities and schools have had to close down.
It's had a huge impact, hasn't it? It really has.
It's affected everyone.
We've covered a lot. Thank you so much for sharing your experience of COVID, which is really upsetting to hear. You've had a very difficult time. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about that we haven't mentioned to do with COVID?
The only thing I can say is that I know I've got to be careful.
So you've got to be really careful because you don't want to become unwell again. And
Yeah.
what kind of things are you doing to be careful, Ian? What sort of things are you doing? Or maybe what sort of things are other people around you doing? That might be a better question. Like we're wearing masks today.
They've all had COVID. And they had to isolate at home. I was the only one that went into hospital. I didn't want to, but the paramedics I saw had no choice.
Yeah. You would rather have stayed at home, would you?
I would have rather stayed at home, but because I had breathing problems, because I was coughing a lot, they decided that hospital was the best thing. I don't think it was.
Why not?
Partly because of the confusion between 3 different doctors, I think.
So it actually was very distressing going to hospital for these 3 visits where actually you felt that what have they done? I could have been at home feeling safe and comfortable at home.
Yes.
And recovering at home.
Yes. They had to be sure, but they weren't.
No. Oh.
And personally myself, I still think they owe me an explanation. I can't say more I can't say more than that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for telling us your story today, Ian.